Hello, Gravy Timothy's. Guess what? Kaiser Redux. And I know what you're saying. This is March Madness in, April. And why exactly are you playing a mod that you've already played a whole bunch of times? Simple answer, I'm not. I'm playing a sub-mod. Yeah, I'm checking out Kaiser Redux World Domination that adds a whole bunch of end-game content for a whole bunch of different nations. And it essentially adds a whole bunch of releasable nations for people who love map painting, which of course we do. And I gave it a quick go in single player as Canada, and I had a lot of fun. So I thought, why not? Now the Canada one, I did the Imperial Federation, and then post-conquest you could release a whole bunch of dominions around the map, but I've already done that, so I'm going to do something different. So I looked at the mod page, and apparently if you play the Soviet Union, they have a whole bunch of releasable Soviet republics you can release across the map, so I think it's time we gave it a go. Now I'm going to be completely real with you, I have no idea how to bring back the Soviet Union, and trying to understand the path guides in Kaiser Redux at this point is like essentially deciphering hieroglyphics to me. Okay, what's caught me off guard immediately about reforming the Soviet Union is you can actually do it as Zhukov and Tukhachevsky. So I think we're going to aim for one of those. I'm not sure just yet, though. That's right, Tukhachevsky, you're going to make it out the hood this time around. Just going to go ahead and make loads of tactical saves, just in case I mess this up, though. So obviously, at the start of Kaiser Redux, or Kaiser Reich in general, Russia, not looking too great. But don't worry, with the power of friendship, we can bring everyone back together. Amazing news, everybody! Somebody shot Kerensky! Okay, so instead of doing snap elections, now we just wait for the military coup d'etat, and that should put us on the path that we want. I hope. Okay, we've turned red on the map. That means we are definitely on the right path. Oh, look at that brand new focus tree. Okay, we mopped up all the revolting factions in our civil war, but the Far Eastern Republic of Transvaal has taken this opportunity to launch their attack on us, which I'm now going to turn to and make them regret that. Oh, well, managed to push them like halfway back, and it doesn't matter. They've just switched sides. I'm not too sure how that is actually going to work, but okay. Now, after taking care of the last little breakaway republic here, I think we are all good to carry on and do what we need to do. And now, currently, we are not who we need to be. We are Maria Spiridonova. It's actually kind of funny, because if you go look at the Commune of France right now and Union of Britain, it is Girl Boss Central. Okay, now, this is what we want. We want the Emergency Congress. Now, I need to make sure I don't mess this up. I believe we want the NSP to win, so we get Bukharin. Okay, boom, election's done. Bukharin is in. And now the last thing I think we need to do is go down to party of the new type. I'm pretty sure you could still reform the Soviet Union as Bukharin, but I just think it's way cooler if we do it as Tukhachevsky. Or Zhukov. Okay, now that this has popped up, I'm pretty sure I just leave it, do nothing with it, and then I will get cooed. Then after that, we can finally play the game, I imagine. I'm also waiting for that to tick over. Just gonna have a quick little invasion over here. Okay, now we get to choose between Tukhachevsky or Zhukov or Franz, but I think we're gonna go with Zhukov. Obviously, Tukhachevsky would also be pretty interesting, but we said we were gonna do Zhukov, so we're going to do Zhukov. Okay, now when we get the option to form our union, it will be the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, which is definitely a ways away at the moment. And you can now see all of our little states we can create across the map. There are quite a few added in this mod. Now, I thought reclaiming the Far East might give us the option to actually unify back with Transvaal. I'm not too sure if this is broken because it kind of happened halfway through the Civil War there, but I might have to annex them in the console or go have a look. I'll wait a little bit, but I'm not too sure how we deal with this now. Poland wants an alliance. Sure. And obviously, we got a lot of land we need to get back, and the problem is the Reichspakt is looking pretty stacked up right now. Well, okay, there you go. Speak of the devil, they've just gone ahead and done something and joined our nation. All right, we're looking pretty good now. Our industry is also really starting to pick up, which is nice. There we go. I also hit the Russian unification button, which would have triggered a super event with a really loud song on it, but we turned those off. And there we go. Turkestan has also come back in into the fold, although they are the Turkestan autonomy. Oh, look at that. The Germans, I think they had these guys all in the Reichspakt, but they have pulled out after I did my focus, or they just won it in the first place and I'm just absolutely schizo, which would make sense after like 5,000 hours of HOI4. Okay, next up, we are cleaning up the Caucasus. We did have a conference with the Ottomans over the control down here and kind of splitting things up, but considering their position right now, I don't think they're in too much of a place to be making too many demands. Yeah, one of their demands was for Azerbaijan to be neutral, but with all the oil that is down here, I don't think we could let that one slide. Last two of our demands is for Georgia and Armenia. I'm not too interested in Armenia, especially because they are already fighting the Turks over here, but Georgia is definitely going to be very important. And our little fight with Armenia has brought us into war with Iran, which is fine because I would like a nice buffer state down here. Oh, and already we've actually taken enough that we can reform the Union. So, I guess we might as well click that. Boom! Soviet Union's back! And we can go ahead and update our flag accordingly. And there we go. The Ottomans did take a couple of provinces there off Iran, but that is nothing compared to the main prize right here. And there we go. We can release our Persian puppet state down here. Oh, and here we go. We can already actually do one of our little modded decisions. We can do a couple actually, but the only one I'm really interested in doing is the ones, you know, that weren't fully part of the Soviet Union, so we will be releasing Persia right there. And there we go. The Soviet Socialist Republic of Persia. Nice. Like I said, it's not too groundbreaking of a mod. It's just for those people who really like nice borders on a map. Okay, we've head out east to get control of Mongolia, and in that time, it looks like the Weltkrieg has kicked off, which means we definitely now have to look at getting ready to head on in. Never mind, quick pit stop into Afghanistan as they invaded me. Okay, looks like it's pretty stalematey over here. The Commune of France did break through down into Italy, and if you can't see, we are amassing quite the force on their eastern border. We've still got a little bit of time, but we do want to keep an eye, because if the Commune of France does just roll over Germany, or Germany rolls over them, that is a sign that we need to get moving. But thankfully, we do have our go button ready at the moment's notice, which is definitely going to come in handy. You know, I love Kaiser Redux. You know, you look away for a second and boom, Goringia has declared war on the Anglo-Jewish Protectorate of Uganda. I realize actually, the Spanish War is still ongoing. Whilst we're waiting around, might as well get involved. It did sacrifice an invasion of Finland to do this instead, but it's probably more important than having one of these guys end up allying with either the Entente or the Reichspakt, which we wouldn't want. And there we go. That will be potentially a future problem or a future ally. Probably a problem. And it does look like the Entente is turning up over there, and the Germans have managed a little push. I think it might be time for us to get involved, but not before I get back to taking over Finland. Now, we have proclaimed our full dictatorship under Zhukov, and he is looking pretty dashing. Communism is back, and the Soviet Union is incredibly powerful. Up to 559 factories currently, so I think we're probably going to roll over Europe. Okay, so after we take Finland, we will be moving into the Reichspakt, and I think it's definitely time to do so. They are on the outskirts of Paris. Hey, the button has been pressed and we are going in. I also completely forgot we do have Poland on our side, so I might call them in, but I think I'll probably wait a little bit until I push on through, because I ain't too sure they're gonna survive. Ooh, and that is a lot of green. Okay, we got the tanks breaking through to the Baltics. I think we're going to have literally no problem with just the infantry overrunning the east over here. It's going to be funny if the fall of France does go through, though, because that's going to be even more land I can get. Or if I'm just going to end up inadvertently saving them, which I don't particularly care for them that much. Okay, they have all fallen in the east. We are going to move right into Germany, which is completely undefended by the looks. They did manage to actually capitulate the Commune of France down there, but it's not enough to get the peace deal, or it just hasn't triggered yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. Man, am I about to overrun all of that stuff? If we actually can catch up here, it's so over. Let's keep an eye on that. I've got my tanks pushing to every available tile right now. Let's keep everything moving. I don't think they are getting out of that one. Nope, they're dead. Everyone here is completely gone. Oh yeah, that's a pretty damn nice encirclement right there. Oh, and there we go. We just trapped the rest of this army group as well completely. That means, yeah, just look at that. There is nothing left defending Germany. Ain't that beautiful? Very bizarre twist of fate right there. Austria went ahead and declared war on me. I don't think that was a good idea. All right, we've also got Zhukov up in the north, pushing into Sweden, but I think it's definitely over for the Reichspakt. And the great news is they can't flee down to Africa. Ooh, and there we go. Now, this is why I'm going to be coming into conflict with the Commune of France and Britain, because they've got a lot of war score there, and even though they were capitulated at the end, they're going to be able to take quite a bit here. Okay, that peace deal was not bad at all. We did manage to get pretty much everything there. The only thing we missed out on was parts of the east over here that the British took, which, really, guys? You just, going back to that whole shtick, huh? Well, we left the colonizing behind, huh? Although, you know, I guess considering the current circumstances, you know, desperate measures, huh? Great. But the fall of Germany, you know, that was a good thing. The only issue is it's going to create such a power vacuum now that the Entente is going to sweep into that I don't think I'm going to be too happy with that. I guess we'll have to see whether or not the Commune of France can actually get their stuff together, but considering Britain is still going to fall by the looks of things, I'm not too certain of it. And there we go. Sweden has also fallen. Yeah, that ain't looking too good down there at all, especially because the Entente has also just declared on me. Oh, wait, no, I think it's because the Greeks just switched sides there, which means, yep, we're going to have ourselves another problem immediately. Okay, so whilst we have now, you know, become the master of Europe, essentially, we are going to have to keep and fight for that title as the Entente and what's left of the Reichspakt are still around. Okay, though, we have released more of our Soviet republics. We have plenty now in Europe, which is very cool. You can just tell how wonderful these new republics are by just how happy everybody looks. I think I'm just going to pull back out of Western Europe now at this point and just let the fall of the Internationale go ahead. That way I don't have to keep worrying about pretty much shaving their ass. So I'm just going to politely wait for them to disappear and then move it. Oh, there you go. I have straight up just renamed Königsberg to Zhukov. And you know what? He deserves it. Oh, I found out there's like an inbuilt tool into Kaiser Redux where you can have the state transfer tool, and it also lets you peace out. And I'm thinking I might actually peace out the Entente here and go for a bit of a longer game, because I'm not gonna lie, I could just roll right into them and it wouldn't be too difficult, but I kind of want to see where this is gonna go. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. I should probably save before. Okay, so I just click on me and then I click peace out on all wars, and I'm pretty sure I am just fighting the Entente, so it shouldn't break. And then, well, I guess I'll do it for all my allies are also fighting. Okay, I think that worked. Okay, it also deleted my faction, which is kind of weird. Okay, I mean, yeah, that works fine. We were only in a faction with Poland anyway, if I remember. There might have been someone else in there, but they weren't that important. And I can very quickly, we'll deal with the Polish situation. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit more interesting. We just let the Entente and these guys fighting out, and then we go look at the East instead for a bit. Well, I declared war on the Czech Republic, Poland declared war on me, then Romania declared war on me, which I don't know if you can tell, but I'm about to get a lot more land. Yeah, they quite literally lasted about 1 minute there, I think. Okay, you know, I think the curtain has definitely fallen over Europe here. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and joined the Third International from this little focus at the bottom, just so I have a faction. I'm not going to join or anything, and hopefully I stay in control of the faction if they capitulate. I know it's a bit weird in Kaiser Redux when nations like capitulate and they just destroy the faction, so we'll see. Okay, so whilst Europe is currently getting entented up, I'm going to go ahead and turn my attention over to the east. However, you can't tell, the Republic of China has come about. And I don't like that. Yeah, I feel like there's, you know, there's something that we could put at the front of that fit quite nicely. Some sort of, person republic. Okay, we have also demanded Sakhalin back from the Japanese, and we've reestablished our relations with them, at least for now. Oh, I really just have free railway guns just chilling over here. They were probably what I got from transport. Just completely forgot. Well, I say forgot. I just never checked. Okay, there you go. They've capitulated. Does that mean I keep the... There we go. I've stolen their faction. That's all I wanted. Oh, okay. Well, China actually gave up the land, which I wasn't expecting. And it's not going to be enough. And I just realized as well, the Ottomans are still getting ground down over there in the Middle Eastern War. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but yeah, maybe we should get involved down there too, because they are looking, a little bit free to take. Plus, they are, occupying a bit of land that my Soviet republics do need. It's interesting, actually. I went over and had a little look at the US, and they haven't actually reunified between the Pacific states, and MacArthur is just kind of sitting around. I don't know what's actually going on, but I don't think I've done MacArthur in a very long time, so I'm not too sure how he works. Well, actually, we know how MacArthur works, but I'm assuming he doesn't have nuclear weapons yet. Okay, war goal achieved. I'm sorry, China, you will be embracing the revolution. And more importantly, my absolutely ginormous market and industrial capability. Oh, well, I did see them go ahead and cancel our non-aggression pact, but I didn't think they'd have the cojones to do that. Now, I did obviously absorb some fleets in our peace conferences, so I don't think the Japanese are going to do well. They appear to be doing quite well, actually, but not well enough. Somehow, this did count as a victory. Yeah, this thing's getting absolutely destroyed, but it's not our navy. I mean, it is our navy, we just didn't build it, so I don't feel that bad. Okay, damn. China felt a lot quicker than I was expecting there, but they're done with. There we go. Might as well bring in the squad over to Japan. Oh, I mean, they're offering me peace right now. If I say no, I do lose war support, so sure. I don't know why you declared in the first place. Oh, yeah. What's left of that German fleet? Ain't looking too good. You guys should probably do a little repair. Also, can we just give a big shout out to whoever the hell this is? What an absolute champion of the people. Oh, damn, there you go. 1945, they finally peaced out. The Ottomans have lost, so I might go over there, but I'm just going to clean up China first. Oh, wow, the UK just demanded land off me. I obviously said no, because no way, Jose, and I'm now back at war with the Entente. All right, now, unless they declare on my puppets, I don't think we have too much to worry about. I do still have Tukhachevsky on the Western Front over there, but the main army will be dealing with China just for a little bit longer. So the war in the West currently is just consisting of me blowing up submarines pretty much everywhere. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with China, I will just go ahead and completely run over Europe, although they do have quite a few more troops now, so maybe we'll see a bit of a fight, but I doubt it. You know what, brother Hal? Great to see you. I'm not too sure what he was doing with the Canadians. Okay, we've taken the rest of China, which has actually left us with a pretty nice avenue now to run into India. We go, and a surprise to everybody, as they had brought all their forces up to deal with the Northern Push, I have called Persia and Afghanistan into the battle, and we have got them on the flank. Oh, there we go, that Northern Army completely encircled. Okay, that's kind of random. I've actually just been hit by a famine. I'm not entirely sure if this is like a Kaiser Redux thing, or if it's just like kind of glitched out from me occupying India or something, but I guess you know what they say, you win some, you lose millions of people from starvation. All right, I notice the Ottomans are getting a little bit too friendly there with the Entente, so we're just gonna quickly change their opinions on people. I have no idea what is popping in the Adriatic, but the AI really likes sending submarines over here, I've noticed. Just look at that list. What the hell's going on? Don't worry, Ottomans, we're just putting you out of your misery finally, because you ain't had a great time. With the fall of the Ottomans, that also means we have a border down in Greece to take care of them. I guess while I'm in the neighborhood. Okay, our small trip to the Middle East has been completed. Made a few more friends down there. All right, now I think it's finally time we unleash our offensive into the West and finally call upon the Horde. Now, we are going to have to hope that for the most part, our allies are going to be able to control their borders, as I've got more important places to be. Oh god, there's so much crap all over my screen currently, and every time I just unpause, I'm just greeted with the ace pilot promoted. Yeah, guys, I think I get it. You don't really need to keep telling me about the ace pilot that has been promoted. Oh no. They got Magpie. It's okay though. We've just replaced him immediately with a guy called Cherry. Okay, hold on. This guy's just called Hot. Oh, well, there we go. Already got a peace conference with the French, which I guess all those Entente troops that were in their land, they're having a whale of a time. We're not going to wait around though. We need to get into the UK immediately. Okay, well, yep, there was literally nothing in the UK. Doesn't matter anyway, because we do need to go ahead and get... Oh, we need to deal with Australia and Canada. That's going to be fun. Okay, we've crossed the Atlantic. We have made it into North America, and now we need to somehow get over and deal with Australia, I guess. Well, there you go. A whole bunch of people just capitulated. Not Australia, though. I am invading, and it ain't fun. Oh, my God. We're almost free. Okay, finally got everything capitulated. I'm still at war with somebody in Brazil, which I'm not going to bother dealing with, but the end is here. I'm going to release the rest of my Soviet republics. And there we go. That is what you call a Soviet Union. It actually almost crashed my computer straight up when I clicked all those buttons. But damn, ain't it beautiful. There's obviously like 10 trillion more I could release throughout the world if we actually went through and did a world conquest, which I'm not going to do because it's Kaiser Redux, and I think every single justification takes a little while. But yeah, damn, ain't that beautiful. It definitely, it gives you more to play for in the game, obviously having all of these releasable nations, and there are a lot. And obviously this isn't just for like the Russians or the Soviets. There are a whole bunch of nations that you could do this with. I know I've already tried the Canadians, as I said, but again, yeah, there's loads more you could play. And I guess it's just for that extra added bit of flavor. But yeah, very good mod. Makes Kaiser Redux, especially playing late game, a lot more fun in my opinion, especially because it gets so damn laggy. Just gives you something else to hold on for before shutting down the mod. Hey, if you enjoyed the video and you want to check the mod out, I'll leave it linked down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know if there's any more mods that you want to see me check out, specifically any sub mods that you think are good for Kaiser Redux, as I know there are a ton out there. But yeah, I'll catch you all later.